Hey, it's your Las Vegas poker coach. On this podcast, we take a professional mindset to talk about poker and make some money at the game we all love. I invite you to listen in as we talk strategy, casinos, and life in general. Thanks for tuning in. Hey everybody, good to be back with you. I'm back with another poker play report, this one for November 4th, 2023. Playing again at Parks Casino. I've been going to Parks quite a bit. It's a really nice casino. It's closer to me than the Atlantic City casinos are. So it makes for a good Saturday as far as playing down there. I didn't really sleep well again. I reported that my last time I played. I was up again at 3 a.m. I've been working on launching the website for this podcast and another business that I run. So it's just been, kind of a stressful period. But, I got up early and it just made me want to get up and work again. So I did some work into this website, did some work on some of my podcast accounts, and just, kind of started my day just a little bit in the middle of the night. I also start my day with the New York Times puzzles, because that helps my mind going. So I did a little bit of that. And from there, the sun kind of started coming up. So I thought, it's time to get ready to play. I made sure my dog Kino was taken care of. I did my shower routine, a shower and shave routine, freshen up because I like feeling fresh. And then I decided to just head out the door. For this particular session, I didn't really have specific goals in mind like I do. I talk about playing intentional poker. What I really just wanted to do is I just wanted to realize that I'm in the middle of a good run. I'm in the middle of a nice little rush. My poker mind is, dialed in as far as bringing a professional mindset to the game. So I don't like changing too many things. You got to stick with the winning formula. You got to know when you are dialed in, when you know the game, when you know the players. So didn't want to really, mess with my mind too much. And I just decided to head out the door and just, play my game. This week I had another nice drive down to Parks. Right now it's the fall out here. And just a really pretty drive, just really, no traffic, stress-free. So that really set me up nicely for this session. I immediately sat down at 2-5. I'm happy that I'm now a regular at that game. I have no problems, just kind of directly buying into 2-5. Previously I was doing the plan where I would buy myself into 1-3 and then win the money. But now I'm confident in my skills where I can go ahead and sit down at 2-5 with no problems. It wasn't the easiest lineup I've ever seen this morning, but I knew that I could hold my own. There was one other professional in the game and one other guy who had a massive stack and was kind of bullying the table. I don't think he was a professional, but he definitely knew how to manage a large stack. He knew what he was doing. So, but otherwise, that still leaves plenty of other people there, plenty of other money there to win. So I decided to just sit down and just enjoy it. I did have one notable hand that I want to share with you during this session. We are 100 big blinds effective. I'm going to talk in big blinds because I think that helps players at all stake levels. So 100 big blinds effective. I'm in middle position and I have the ace of spades, ace of clubs. So great starting hand, the black aces. I opened for 3 big blinds, which is kind of a small open at this game. I should have maybe opened for 4 big blinds. 2 callers. The button decides to squeeze 15 big blinds, which I respect. That's a pretty good play. There's a lot of, the two callers, put a lot of money out there for the taking. It folds around to me, and I go ahead and I raise again for 38 big blinds. So a decent size raise. I'm clearly announcing that I have a hand, but it's not too out of line considering how much money is already in the center. So, I go ahead and I re-raise. The 2 original callers go ahead and fold out, and the button calls. So we go to the flop. 80 big blinds in the pot. The flop comes out 10 of spades, 7 of spades, 2 of spades. So we have obviously the best starting hand. We have nothing to fear from, say, pocket kings or pocket queens. Those hands didn't improve on that flop. I don't think pocket tens is, calling my re-raise. So it's a great flop. And on top of that, we have a draw to the nut flush, right? Because we have the ace of spades. So I did consider checking, and perhaps I took a little bit too long on this decision, but checking did cross my mind. And I decided I still wanted to, kind of build the pot a little bit because, it's such a great spot. I want to make sure that I get paid. So I just put a little teaser out there. I bet for 25 big blinds. So 25 big blinds into 80 big blinds. And perhaps I should have checked, but the button did take his time and he decided on a fold. I'm not going to say that he tanked, but he definitely did take us a little bit of time and folded. I was a little surprised by that because there is a lot of money in the center. I mean, at this point, it's 105 big blinds for him to his 25. So I was a little bit surprised at the fold, but I scared him away. So I don't know exactly, what he had there. I was praying to God that he had the king of spades or the queen of spades. I mean, that I'm almost certainly stacking him there. But he didn't do that. So we fold him out. We still take down a pretty nice pot, and we move on to the next hand. Okay, so I always like to review what I did right and what I did wrong for each session, because I'm really not trying to be results oriented. It's more about making good decisions. So I evaluate my session on, did I make good decisions, and what did I do right, what did I do wrong? Here's what I did right. Once again, I repeated my pattern of digging myself into a hole early, but in this scenario, I caught myself thinking with negative talk. Early in the session, I ran my top pair, top kicker into a rivered straight, which obviously resulted in me losing a bit of money at the river. But I caught myself in negative talk. I started thinking to myself, well, I was kind of due for a loss, and it wasn't that big of a loss. It's okay if I go home with a negative amount in my records. I was due for this. And that's all negative talk. So I caught myself and I said, hey, let's stay in the game. Let's stay engaged. Let's stay focused. And I was able to, keep on playing my game, keep on grinding it out. And I still posted a win today. I also did better with my coffee and my hydration. I haven't done that in a couple of past sessions, but I did manage to have my morning coffee. I managed to have some water. So I took much better care of myself than I did during the last session. And finally, I'm happy that I did cross the threshold in my records into winning 10 big blinds an hour. That is the professional standard that I have set for myself. That is what I used to post as a professional when I played full-time previously. I know that is a very achievable win rate, and I finally crossed that line in my records today. Today was a net positive session, so I'm very happy about that. And it did put me at the level where I can now claim that I win 10 big blinds an hour. So very happy about that. Okay, so here's what I did wrong. It can be argued that I shouldn't have played today. I was up very early in the morning. I had relatively little sleep. I might have just been a little bit too tired to play today. And, I was a little bit, a little tired on the drive home. I just wasn't feeling as energetic as I usually should. So there is an argument to be made that, hey, maybe I should have backed off today. And in the future, I think I can, because when I'm playing professionally again, I think I can because I'll have more time to play. But right now, I'm limited where I can really only play on the weekends. So I kind of have to force myself a little bit, and today maybe I forced myself a little bit too much. But I still felt like my mind was focused. I still felt clear. I don't have like any, any like emotional problems or things that are weighing on my mind or things like that. There's nothing, weighing on me like that. I just didn't sleep a lot. So could have backed off a little bit, but I still pushed myself because my time is limited. But I probably won't be doing that in the future when I'm playing full time and I can choose. I will have more availability to play where I can back off for a session. Okay, so that's it. That's my report. What do you guys think? What do you think about that hand there? Should I have checked on that flop? It's a great flop for me, but I still only bet 25 big blinds. What do you think? Was the guy being too nitty? Do I have a tell of some kind? Maybe I need to re-examine my physical tells. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments. And by the way, go ahead and click on like or subscribe. It really helps my podcast grow. But otherwise, I'll talk to you guys again in the future. We'll keep these play reports going, and I'll talk to you then. Hey, let's keep the conversation going. You can reach me on all socials at LB Poker Coach, all one word, on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.